Now, a large group of people held a protest near the US Embassy in New Delhi over the killing of top Iranian General Qassem Soleimani. The demonstrators gathered in the national capital of India carrying the posters of Soleimani and Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The protesters also raised slogans of "Down with America" and Israel. The Muslim community in India's northern Ladakh territory have come on the roads protesting the killing of Iranian military commander Qassem Soleimani in US drone strikes. The protesters carried banners bearing the photographs of Soleimani and the deputy chairman of Iraq's Popular Mobilization Forces, or PMF, Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis. He was also killed in the same drone strike. The Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, had a telephonic conversation with the US President Donald Trump. Apart from conveying New Year greetings to the President, Prime Minister Modi also emphasized on how India-US relations have strengthened over the years. The Indian government has issued an official statement. Prime Minister Modi stated that the India-US relations have strengthened over the years with trust, mutual respect and understanding. The Indian Prime Minister also highlighted the significant progress made in nourishing bilateral ties in the recent past. He has also expressed his wish to continue the work with the US President in the future. Meanwhile, the US too issued a readout following Trump's conversation with the Indian Prime Minister, both the leaders discussing ways to strengthen the US-India strategic partnership in 2020. They also spoke about dealing with the regional security measures that hinder harmony in the region. India falls in a dicey situation as it is trying to hold a strong position with the US amidst the ongoing tensions with Iran. India also has close ties with Iran and is an important oil import nation. Thus, this New Year greeting call from the Indian Prime Minister is quite significant. It might affect India's equations with the oil-producing nation of Iran. And now we have our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibbal, joining us with the latest updates on that front. Siddhant, talk to us. This phone call is important. India and the US have made great strides in terms of their bilateral relationship in the recent past. But then again, it comes at the cost of putting the relationship with Iran at peril.
Well, Krishna, when it comes to choosing between two friends, whether it's Iran and US, it's always difficult for anyone, and New Delhi has to maintain that precarious balance when it comes to balancing the friendship between both Iran and Washington. But talking about what happened, the conversation between the Indian Prime Minister and the American President, we have seen the readouts. It doesn't mention anything regarding Iran, but it's given that Iran is expected to be one of the main focus of the conversation. We know that the Indian Foreign Minister spoke to the Iranian Foreign Minister on Sunday, and conversation were on the developments which have happened last week after the killing of top Iranian general by Americans in Iraq. But by and large, when it comes to Indian stakes in the region, one of course is the connectivity, which of course goes through Iran. Two projects, one is the Chabahar project and another is North-South transport corridor. In fact, just a short while ago, the Afghan Transport Ministry spokesperson spoke exclusively to WION and said that as of now there is no impact on Chabahar, and he is very hopeful that the Afghanistan government is very hopeful that there will be no impact, given the fact that Americans gave a special waiver for this project to continue so that India can be connected to Afghanistan and there can be development in the landlocked South Asian country. But by and large, if we look at the other developments, the biggest, of course, is the energy security, which is linked to that part of the world, given the fact that India imports a lot of energy, that is oil, from Iran, from Saudi Arabia. And if there is tensions or there are more attacks, as of now nobody thinks that war is on the table, but if situation escalates more, if Iran reacts, we know that Secretary Pompeo also spoke to the Indian Foreign Minister, in which he clearly said that the Americans will react if there is reaction from the Iranians. So a lot of tensions in the region, and of course even as we speak we do expect calls to happen on the third day of the conversations from from Delhi to the West Asian capital. So by and large, right now the situation remains precarious, and of course New Delhi is waiting and watching.
New Delhi is waiting and watching is the word coming in from our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal, reporting live from India's capital, New Delhi, on the impact of the US-Iran tensions on India. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi having the chat with US President Donald Trump. Thank you, Siddhant, for joining us on WION Dispatch. Meanwhile, we're still...